Black men, we all prefer you guys to wear your natural hair.
You're speaking for yourself.
No, I'm speaking like
You're speaking for yourself.
I was trying to get his attention. But if I seen a black man, every time I ask a black man, they say we want natural hair. They say we want you guys to throw away the wigs and weaves. All of it.
Okay, well, my nigga loves my bundles. Thank you.
Listen.
Well, I will say just to that point, most black men prefer black women's natural hair. And when he say all, I think all is a I wouldn't say all, but I would probably say 80 to 90% of black men prefer black women's natural hair.
Say you're in a relationship, right? And your man says you can never wear wigs or weaves again. What would you say to him?
I'm a bad bitch. Go find a bald bitch. Like, the fuck?
Why does your natural hair, like, why is that not good enough?
My natural hair is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
I'm a bad bitch either way, but I do what I want, you know? I mean,
But like, what if he was like, he did his research and he figures out, you know, that the wigs have chemicals, you know, they can cause fibroids and cancers, and he just cares about you.
I'm gonna tell him to make me a wig that doesn't have all that stuff.
Make you a wig.
That doesn't have all those chemicals and whatnot.
Is it really that important to, you know, put a wig on?
It's not, but they're cute as fuck.
Oh, so you think you look better in a wig than your natural hair?
I said equally.
Equally.
I'm a bad bitch either way, okay?
Okay, so I noticed she keep calling herself a bad bitch. So that's another issue we have in the community. Too many of our young women are addressing themselves as bitches. But I mean, if you are a bitch, then you should be called a bitch. I call women bitches, but I call women bitches based on how they operate. Bitches not gender specific. I call you men bitches too, because a lot of you niggas be bitches as well. But the self-appointed title of a bitch, I mean, I guess you're doing the job for us, but and it could be true, but I don't think a young woman should address herself as a bitch. I wouldn't advise anybody to do that. Soraya, thank you for the $10 donation, sweetheart. Shout out to Soraya for the 10. Thank you for the $10 donation, love, on Cash App. I appreciate that. Shout out to Soraya for the $10. But she just keep calling herself a bitch. But not only that, when we talk about like the hair thing, like I noticed this a lot too with a lot of women who wear their hair like this. Whenever the conversation is had or the question is asked, and then we say, okay, do you think you equally is beautiful? Because she said equally is beautiful, right? I guarantee you she doesn't equally wear her natural hair. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. The ones who think like this, they always think, oh, I'm just as beautiful with my natural hair, but you never wear it. If you just as beautiful, but your yearbook photos, your wedding photo, your best picture ever of yourself, you're going to have a random person's hair in your head. You're gonna have fake hair in your head. So when they say I'm equally as beautiful, they don't even believe that they self. It's a lie. It's a lie to make them feel better about themselves. It's not true at all. But her continuously calling herself a bad bitch, and this is a woman that's in college, by the way. They're at I don't know what school I think they're at Howard. Yeah, they at Howard. She's in college, so she's supposed to be quote unquote educated. So she's the educated, but she's still calling herself a bad bitch. Come on, man. Unbecoming of a young lady.
That doesn't have all those chemicals and whatnot.
So you think you look better in a wig than your natural hair?
I said equally.
Equally.
I'm a bad bitch either way, okay?
Okay. But is your father in your life?
He is.
He is. Okay.
Wait, don't blame me.
No. I have a reason. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I promise.
So that question was asked, and the reason why that question was so triggering.
Equally.
I want you to look at the woman's face in the bottom right.
Equally.
I'm a bad bitch either way, okay?
Okay. But is your father in your life?
He is.
He is. Okay.
Wait.
Look at her face. The reason why that question was so triggering, because if the question was asked, is your mother in your life? She wouldn't have turned around and made this face whatsoever. Nor would she have thought it was disrespectful. But the reason why the question is so triggering is because a lot of these women don't have their fathers in their lives, unfortunately. So it hits right on the nail. Or if their father is in their life, they have a very distant relationship with him. And then not only that, when it comes to this conversation, Shauna, thank you for the $5 on Cash App. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate that, Shauna. Shout out to Shauna for the $5 on Cash App. But again, to the point. Thank you again, Shauna. But to the point though, like I said, she wouldn't have made this face or took offense to it if the question was about a mother. But yeah, a lot of them don't have their fathers, And honestly, your father is the first man in your life that's supposed to teach you a lot of the stuff that a lot of these young women just don't understand and know. So a good reason of why the dating market is fucked up in our generation, my generation specifically, is not the full reason, but a big reason is because of the men. When the men say stuff that we like or stuff that we into or stuff that we prefer or things that we don't like or like, a lot of younger women give pushback. So when it comes to the way that they wear their hair, when it comes to the way that they dress, when it comes to presentation, when it comes to attitude, when it comes to respect, when it comes to friend groups, when it comes to the things you post on social media, when it comes to, just the way that you interact with people on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes men are going to notice certain things that they don't like, and sometimes they may critique it. They're not critiquing it out of disrespect, though. They critique it out of love, because if you my woman and you my lady, well, I think that, I don't think that you should wear that, because I don't think that that's, I think that's a little bit too revealing, and I think I respect you, and I think you should respect yourself enough to wear something differently. Usually it's not even said that way. Usually it's like, no, I think you should wear something else, babe. But for the 22-year-old college student woman who doesn't care about male authority because her father wasn't in her life, the first time she's ever had a man be a leader to her is usually a guy that she's dating in a romantic way. See, a lot of these women should have heard this stuff when they was, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Their fathers would have told them, how to dress and your attitude and the way that you interact with people and the friend groups and all of these things and things that you should do. And you shouldn't be out this late as a 16-year-old girl. Like, all these things are stuff that the father is supposed to do. But again, they don't get that until they start to date. But you got to think, a 22-year-old that's been told by her mother and society and all her friends that can't nobody tell her nothing, and she could do all she want to do, and she's independent and she's strong, she doesn't need a man. How well received will it be for a man to tell her certain things, even if it's done out of respect? She's not gonna receive it well, because she's been thinking the way she's been thinking all her entire life, that anything that a man says to me that is changing anything about me is control, is narcissism, it's DL energy. He's poor, his dick is little, he's short, he's ugly. It's always a shaming tactic, rather than looking at it as something that's going to make you a better woman. And it's crazy, because these same younger women, they'll have this mentality, but they'll still sleep with men. So you're willing to lay down with a man and give him your body, but you're not willing to listen to him on something that he says. Make that make sense? That's highest form of submission that you can give to a man is your body. So you're willing to give him that, the highest form of submission, but a lower form of submission, which is simply just listening, which is simply hearing what he's saying, respecting what he's saying, and listening. Again, it's a lower form of submission. That's too much for her. But she'll sleep with these dudes. It's the wildest thing in the world, and still be half naked on the internet for the same men that some of these women complaining and talk about all day and how terrible they are. But let's keep going.
So, no, I have a reason. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I promise. But the reason why I ask that is because, you listen to your father, so why not listen to your husband?
My father would say I'm beautiful either way.
Oh, he would.
Natural hair or my wigs.
And that's a problem. That's the problem right there.
You have a nice day, man.
That's a part of the problem, I would say. Because probably her father isn't even around, because she said her father would say. She didn't say my father said. She said my father would say. So, but whether she has the father around or not, a lot of these fathers are not good fathers, even when they're around. Just because you get your father in their life don't mean he's a good father. We got a lot of men that are very, beta and very feminine, very soft. So they take those same, ways and they instill it into, not instill it into their daughters, but they have the way that you present yourself doesn't matter. It's so crazy, man. I see a lot of older guys on social media. Sometimes, let's say I'm looking through a girl's social media and her dad will be in her life. And she'll take a picture with her dad or post her dad, happy Father's Day or happy birthday to my dad. And I go to dude page and the dude will be 50 something. He'd be 40, 50 something. And I'd be thinking how as a father do you feel with your daughter posting twerk videos on her Instagram page, being half naked on her Instagram page, having a bunch of tattoos and piercings and a bunch of fake hair on her Instagram page, being just ghetto and ratchet, or not even just ghetto and ratchet sometimes, just being overly sexualized? You go to the average woman's Instagram page on social media today, from ages of 18 to 35, 60 to 70% of them are all half naked. All of them. 60 to 70% of them are all half naked. Sexualizing themselves in some type of way. So it's crazy. Some of them do have their fathers in their lives, but it's just crazy. I would feel a way if my daughter would like, I don't even want you, if you want to operate like that, don't tag me in nothing. Because I feel bad as a father. I feel terrible as a father. So as a father, I would just be like, man, I mean, you can't control your daughter, right? You can't make an adult do anything if they're an adult. But at the end of the day, you would think that you would instill a certain value in your children for your daughter to know that's not how you should be presenting yourself as a young lady on the internet. So that's where that mentality comes from. My dad would say that I'm beautiful regardless. So my daddy doesn't care what I do because he just loves me and he's my daddy. Well, that's a problem. Because your father is supposed to be the disciplinarian. He's the one that's supposed to set the structure and the foundation on how to operate. I mean, your mother's supposed to do that too, but your mother's supposed to lead by example. But unfortunately, a lot of the mothers don't give a fuck because they have spite from the father. They have spite from men in general. They're overweight, don't have a man. They don't have their natural hair in it either. And they don't understand anything because they're not teaching their daughters how to even become a grown woman and how to become a wife. They're teaching their daughters to be strong and independent and separate from the man. And we have the situation where we have the guys who want to date these women and say, hey, I want to get to know you, but I don't like girls that are, half naked on the internet. Oh, you control them. You can't nobody tell me shit. Okay, cool. And these women complain and cry all day over how the man is and how men are this and men are that. Well, it's nobody else's fault but your own. But let's keep it going.
Thank you. Excuse me. Your afro is beautiful.
Oh,
How do we get more black women to be just like you with the afro hair?
This woman is beautiful. Off the rip. Look at her.
Afro is beautiful.
Off the rip. Natural hair. It's out there too. This is like rare. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen this in my entire life. If this was like the 1960s, you would have seen this all over. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen a woman like this. Especially in my generation.
How do we get more black women to be just like you with the afro hair? Because it looks so nice.
Look like she got the locks too. Love the locks. It look like that's lock. Yeah, that's natural. So I like both of these. This is beautiful. And notice how she's not fat. She's not fucking severely overweight either. She's smiling. She doesn't have a fucking attitude. You know what I mean? Notice like how welcoming she is. She don't have to agree with the point, but just like look at her energy and how she operates, right? That's just what we need. This is more of what we need. Look at her. Hold on, let me go back. Look how she's. This is how, if you ever wanted to know, ladies, the way that you should react if a man is trying to get to know you or wants to talk to you. When men say we like women that are feminine, we like women that are open. We like women that are like loving and happy. Like, this is what we mean. This is what we don't like. No disrespect to this woman personally, right? No disrespect to her, but I'm just talking about the way look at her face. She looks angry. Like if I came up to her, she's gonna be like, boy, get the fuck out of my face and walk off. Men don't want to deal with that shit. Or just have an attitude for no fucking reason. Or it's at least nothing that I did, right? You don't have to have an attitude with me. But ladies, if you ever wanted to know the difference on what's gonna get a man to come to talk to you and not come to talk to you,
your afro.
This is a look. I mean, just look at their faces. Look at the energy. She seems open. She seems closed off. It has nothing to do with the hair. You got women that are like this and they're terrible, and vice versa. I'm just speaking on the energy. I just noticed like this a big difference in how both of these women operate. And we need more black women that operate like this. Let's keep going on.
Beautiful. How do we get more black women to be just like you with the afro hair? Because it looks so nice.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Kyra.
Nice smile, nice soft voice. This is what we like, ladies. Just putting y'all on game.
Sophomore sports medicine major at Howard University. One thing I may say is going to HBCUs helps you like literally embrace your natural hair, your natural skin color, all of that sorts. So just being in this type of environment, like you see braids, you see quick weaves, all this type of stuff, but
right.
You also see the afros, the curls, the wash it goes. So that's literally just that.
And so do you always wear your afro all the time?
I kind of do.
And is
it's kind of like my default look. It really is.
Okay. Is it hard to manage for you or not?
Yes. Every night, blue magic, braids, bonnet. I will look crazy, but I look good in the morning. So. Okay,
but it's your hair, so you kind of love it and take care of it.
Yes.
So do you think other women should kind of follow in your footsteps and kind of wear the afro hair again? Because we don't really see it a lot.
I would say sure, but at the same time, it's their own hair. They can do whatever they want. I know that people wear weaves for like cosmetic reasons or just money reasons. It's sometimes more expensive to always, use all these expensive creams and patterns and sacred. Sometimes it's just cheaper to wear a quick weave, and that's perfectly okay. As long as you're confident in it, you're fine.
Well, I love that you're, wearing it natural, keep it natural, and it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Shout out to her.
Let's say you're married. Are you married?
No.
Okay, let's say you're in a relationship and your man says you can never wear wigs or weaves ever again.
Nice, good energy up front as well. I want to make sure that I always give, which this should be this should be something that's normalized. But unfortunately, we live in a society where, there's always a fucking attitude every time. Or a lot of times when you go up to these modern American women, they always got a fucking attitude about shit. But loving the energy that a lot of these women are giving, whether they agree with the point or disagree with the point, it's just about the energy up front. So if ladies, if you ever wanted to know the energy that you should have when a man, even if you're not attracted to him, you could simply say no, but you said a way that you could say it. Just look at her energy. This is what men like.
Let's say you're married. Are you married?
No.
Okay, let's say you're in a relationship.
A nice smile, open. She stopped. Even if she didn't stop, just a nice smile, just nice, good energy, feminine softness. That's what we like.
And your man says you can never wear wigs or weaves ever again. What would you say to your man?
Are you gonna pay for my hair? I won't, because I have my natural hair, so I wouldn't.
But what if he says he's not going to pay for it?
Oh, then unfortunately, I'm gonna keep wearing what I want to wear.
Isn't it more to wear this than to wear your natural hair?
No. The maintenance on your natural hair is way more money than getting braids and weaves.
How so? What do you mean by that?
Because it's a lot of money. It's like $300. You have to wash it. You have to conditioner it. You have to clip it. You have to, if you want to do a wash and go or a silk press, it's way more.
But don't you already have to do all those things to your natural hair before you get the braids done?
Hair.
Right.
No, not necessarily. You'll just wash it, conditioner it, and then you put the braids in it.
So you're saying it's cheaper this way?
I think so, in my opinion.
Is that just an excuse?
No, it's not. I think it's cheaper.
Okay. We won't grill her too much. But yeah. It's a beautiful thing about a black woman.
So as far as the braids thing, the braids, I don't put in the same category as I put weaves and wigs, even though it's not natural. I don't put it in the same category as weave and wigs. I will say that. Just wanted to throw that out there. Somebody said, hold on, let me scroll up. What's up, Filet? I found the best way to get good behavior from anyone is to be attractive. It works. If we talking about women, it works definitely. Chaos, but we living in this new generation now, man. So with a lot of these younger women, even if they're attracted to you, they have a point to prove. And that point to prove is, I got a lot of followers on the internet, and I got guys in my DMs, and I get likes all day. So my point to prove is, I want to make sure that you know that I'm above you, and I'm gonna drop you down a couple notches. So even if this hypothetical man is attractive, and I don't know, let's say she's walking with two of her friends or something, or maybe she's walking by herself. You don't usually matter, and that man tries to be open and respectful and say, "Hey, how you doing?" A lot of times the disrespect will still be there simply off the fact of I have a point to prove, and I have an ego and a pride thing, and they have to make sure that is enforced up front, because on social media, they don't have to enforce it up front because they're getting the DM. The guy is shooting a shot usually 9 times out of 10, and usually they don't even respond. But in person, she has to respond, or she don't have to, but it's usually right then and there. So they have to figure out a way to drop that man down a little bit. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care about how attractive you are. I don't care about how good, whatever it is or it looks. I still have to make you feel like I'm the prize here. And a lot of women, modern women, do this when you go out. So you just gotta, that's his thing too. This is a myth, and I hate when some women say that maintaining natural hair is costly. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing or not doing. They don't understand. Hold on, wait. They don't understand that the natural hairstyles be sexy as fuck to black men, and we'll even be more respectful approaching her. I disagree though. I think they do understand it. Voodoo. I think the average black woman 100% understands that. I say the average, not every single one, but I do think the average black woman 100% understands that men prefer her natural hair, right? I think most black women understand that. The black men understand that, or I think most black women understand that black men prefer their natural hair. But I think the thing is, they don't prefer their natural hair because they don't feel pretty. And I think there's still a thing where they want to be accepted in everyday modern society. So they don't feel pretty with their natural hair. A lot of them, they only feel pretty with the white European looking hair on their head. Just is what it is. Now, I don't think that black women are waking up every day and saying, I want to look like a white woman. I don't think that. And I think people overdo that term when people like to say black women try to be like white women, I don't think black women wake up every day and say, you know what, I want to look like Becky today. I don't think that that's consciously what they do. I think subconsciously they do it though, because they have to make sure that they keep up with the societal acceptance of what pretty is, what we see on social media all day, what we see on the internet, what we see, you know, in everyday society. Like, looking and having the long flowing hair makes them feel more beautiful. But, you know, I think 100% they know that we prefer their natural hair. What's going on, Afro? The problem is some women don't take the time to care for their natural hair. Majority of the time, some women wear more protective styles more often than actually wearing their hair out. It's a protective style. Well, no, the protective style would actually be what's under the hair. It wouldn't be the weave. That's not a protective style. Why is black women hair such an issue though? Literally everywhere. It's not an issue. I think the problem is black women just don't, I don't know, maybe something like you don't like to just have conversations. Nobody's making it an issue. Are we in here disrespecting black women? Why is a conversation? It's funny because if we were talking about black men, you know, and things that maybe black women don't like, nobody will be in here complaining. I hold black men accountable all the time. Nobody comes in here and complains and says, why is black men doing this an issue? Nobody says anything. It's only an issue when you bring up black women, but these are the same women who claim that there's no black male leadership. Black men aren't holding anybody accountable. The black men don't want to have these conversations. We all lazy. We all don't take care of our kids. We all gang banging and everybody in a gang and shit. That's the stereotype that we all get. But when a conversation comes around, we're talking about black women in their hair. Why do we want to talk about it? Why is it a conversation? Well, let's talk about it. Because most black men prefer black women. Most black men want to instill that same mentality on hair in their children and their daughters. I want my daughter. My daughter's not wearing weave. My daughter's not wearing all of the bullshit that a lot of you modern women wear. My daughter's going to understand that her hair is beautiful and she doesn't need to put someone else's hair on her head to feel beautiful. Not only that, again, we're attracted to black women. We want to date black women. So why wouldn't we want to have these conversations as black men when we are your number one dating market option? Vice versa. Why wouldn't we have this conversation? We're attracted to you. Are we supposed to not care about your hair? Are we supposed to not care about your weight? Are we supposed to not care about your attitude? Are we supposed to just say, fuck it, let black women do whatever they want to do? And then these cycles can continue to go around and the dating market can be fucked up and nobody's getting married? Absolutely not. Your attraction is something that we care about. That's something that we 100% care about. So you damn right I'm going to talk about your hair. You're damn right I'm going to talk about your weight. Now, I don't have to have a conversation where I'm talking about, man, these black women ain't shit. Fuck their hair ain't shit. They fat bitches. And I'm not coming with that energy. I'm coming with respect. I'm coming with honesty, and I'm giving everybody an opportunity to come in here and talk. You don't see no negativity coming out of this whatsoever, but people take it negative no matter what, because if it's a black man talking about it, that's the issue that a lot of you people have. So I'm going to continue to talk about it because I love black women. And if you don't like it, well, maybe you should get the fuck out of my life. And this goes for anybody, nobody specifically. Let's keep going though. Black men to black women that they are not their men. Talk. Black men to black women that they are not. I don't know what you're saying. Talk. This is what happened. This podcast, there's a lot of your tongues killed a lot. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, it's too many typos, respectfully. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a little more to work to maintain natural hair because our hair stays dry, so we need a lot of moisture every day. I think most people can agree to that. It's probably a little bit more work, but saying it's a little more work doesn't mean that you can't do it. And us just talking about our preferences, I don't know why that's a problem for a lot of y'all. We're simply talking about preferences. We're not telling you all what y'all can and can't do. We're talking about our preferences. Why is a black man saying that we prefer our women to be in shape and have natural hair a problem for some of you women? I don't understand that. I think because the hit dogs holler. It's not about attraction. Power of the life is in the tongue. And a lot of you podcasters killed black women in the soul. I didn't say that, but that's what nobody here. That's why nobody's here. Black women gave up. Okay, so when you say you podcasters killed black women, I'm going to ask you a question. Where in any of on my channel have I ever said anything disrespectful or negligent to black women? I'm going to give you the opportunity to type that in the comments right now. Give me one thing that I've said, you or anybody else in this live. Type one thing that I've said that's been negative about black women as a whole. Where? I'll wait. Because I find it funny when we have these conversations, we have these random people come in who don't watch my content, who've probably never been in my live before. And if they have, if I was just this hater to black women, they probably wouldn't continue to watch me. But I always get lumped in with everybody else. I get lumped in with Myron Gaines. I get lumped in with Tommy Sotomayor. I get lumped in with those people simply because I'm a black man talking about relationships and dating on the internet. So they assume, well, you're just like everybody else. Well, I'm going to challenge you and anybody in this conversation that's listening to this right now. Comment one thing that I've said negatively about black women on my channel. I give anybody the opportunity to do that. Black women as a whole, not me talking to one person. Say anything of negative that I said about black women as a whole. I'll wait. And I offer anybody to do that. Matter of fact, I'll put something else on it. I'll give you $100 if you can find anything that I've said about black women as a whole in a negative light on this YouTube channel. Whether that be a live stream, whether that be on a video, just tell me. Tell me what I've said negatively about black women. I'll wait. And there's a $100 offer on the table. I got the $100 sitting in my Cash App right now. I'll send you $100 right now. You tell me. Nothing will get mentioned, by the way. What's going to happen is they're going to say something, whoever, hypothetically, they're going to say something that I didn't say, or they're going to say something in vague. Like, well, you black men podcasters, they're not going to say anything specific, though. They're never going to get to me directly in what I said. So they're just going to speak in a vague way that has nothing to do with my content. And anybody that watches my content, you know I don't criticize black women as a whole. Never have and never would. But all black male content creators who talk about relationships and dating, we all hate black women. We all just beat up black women. We don't take care of our kids. And we all just hate everybody. And we all just date white women. Let y'all tell it. And when I say y'all, I'm not speaking about nobody in here who it doesn't apply to. I'm speaking on the people who are negative and throw these stereotypes on people like myself when they've never watched my content. Because I do nothing but talk up black women. Maybe you should do a fucking research. Whoever take offense to it, that's on you. I watch you all the time, bro. You never do. I think the person was just projecting. You're a young, solid dude. Never have and never would. I'm glad you know what you're talking about. And they're definitely projecting. 100%. I'm glad you see it. Besides my first weave in 2021, I have never had weave and never liked it. I honestly think we're beautiful. We are beautiful naturally. Every other race want to be like us. Embrace your natural beauty, FBA. We are gorgeous. 100%. Like they beyond approach, those days are over. The men are speaking out. Hit the like button. Thank you, Terrell. Not you. So I'll say when you say, okay, then, so don't speak. Okay. I want y'all to understand how people like to manipulate situations when they get caught out on their bullshit. I'm going to scroll up to the initial comment that was made, right? And this comment that was made was, a lot of you podcasters killed black women in the soul. I'm going to read it again. A lot of you, when you say you, that means you're adding me into the equation. You said a lot of you podcasters killed black women in the soul. And then you went on this whole entire rant about how these podcasters hate black women and shit on black women all day. Okay. So when you say you podcast, first of all, I'm not a podcaster. This isn't a fucking podcast. I'm a YouTuber. It's a big difference. But if you want to make that notion, okay, but don't say you podcasters because you're talking about me. I'm not none of these other niggas. I am Ant CEO. I'm not none of these other niggas. I get on the internet and I post my own content. I don't follow nobody. I don't watch nobody. I do my own shit. So don't say you and then be like, well, I ain't mean you, but come on. What are you talking about? We talking about me. I'm not no other nigga. I'm myself. I'm Ant CEO. That's it. That's all. So don't try to like reel in what you said. No, you was talking about me. You threw me in that box because you've never watched my content. You're here because you probably saw a title that you probably felt offended by or felt triggered by because it says black women and natural hair. So you got offended by that and you saw a black man talking about it. So since you made the assumption that I'm gonna sit up here and be like, fuck black women, y'all ain't shit. And black women, this and that. You thought that I was on that type of wave, and I'm not. Never have been and never will be. I do nothing but talk positive into black women. I do nothing but love black women. I do nothing but say all the time how black women and East African women, black women, when I say black women, I'm talking about black American women, are the most beautiful women on the face of the planet Earth. I speak nothing but life and positivity into black women. Never have I ever said anything about black women negatively on this channel. But again, you can't get your own head out of your fucking ass, so you throw me in everything else because you don't do your research. That's what's wrong with the internet. So maybe you should watch my content before you make a point on shit that I don't even apply to, motherfucker. So anyway, as I'm going to say it again. I like black women natural hair. I think the weave looks fucking disgusting and terrible. I like black women's natural hair. I'm the bad guy for saying that I like black women's natural hair. I like the afros. I like the braids. I like the fucking the locks. If my fingers can't get carded in, I don't want it. That makes me the bad guy. That means I hate black women. Cool. I guess I'll just be the hater of black women because I prefer black women's natural beauty. That makes me the bad guy because I want to date a black woman, because I want to marry a black woman. I want to have children with a black woman and embrace that same lifestyle and that same mentality into my black children, because my daughter, the first one that she's going to look up to is her black mother. That makes me the bad guy because I want to make sure that that is instilled in my woman's brain and my children's brain. And I'm going to choose a woman that understands the natural beauty and how important that is. That makes me the bad guy. Cool. I'll be the bad guy. Let's keep going, though.
The most beautiful thing about a black woman, I can say one thing: their hair.
Their hair.
Yeah.
So why don't a lot of black women today wear their own hair? They like to wear like white women's hair and stuff like that.
Society pressure, and just they feel the need to straighten their hair to feel beautiful because that's just what's pushed in the media, which isn't true.
At least she's being honest about it. Let's go back. Let's re-listen to what she said. She's being honest about it. She's being honest about it. And this is the truth. And this is the exact reason why.
White women's hair and stuff like that. So why don't a lot of black women today wear their own hair? They like to wear like white women's hair and stuff like that.
Society pressure, and just they feel the need to straighten their hair to feel beautiful because that's just what's pushed in the media, which isn't true.
Okay. Let's say you're in a relationship, right? And your man tells you can never wear wigs or weaves ever again. What would you say to him?
I would say, I guess we can't be together because how are you going to tell me how I'm supposed to like...
So you would choose fake hair over your man?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying how are you going to tell me how I want to dress? Like, I can dress the way I want to.
So like, let's say he did research and he figures out like it causes cancer.
This is just the American woman mindset right here. This isn't specific to black women. That mindset that I can do whatever I want to do, that's not specific to black women. That's specific to the modern day Americanized, propagandized, I guess, woman, where they feel as though any critique or anything that comes from the righteousness, because they are so unrighteous, a lot of these modern American women, they're so unrighteous that everything that operates in righteousness, which is being a woman of modesty, a woman of respect, a woman of class, a woman who doesn't smoke and drink, a woman who ain't half naked, a woman who's not having sex with a lot of different people, anything of righteousness to the opposite of all the degenerate modern day stuff that the society pushes on American women, they feel as though you can't tell me to not do that because who are you to tell me anything? But then they'll listen to their boss. They'll listen to their professor. They'll listen to everybody else. And they'll listen to the same man in the bedroom when they're sleeping with them. So I'll suck his dick from the back and twiddle his fucking balls. But if he tells me that he wants me to become a better righteous woman, who are you to tell me anything? Well, who is you to be sucking this nigga dick with the same guy that you don't want to listen to when he tells you to do something to make you a better woman? Make that make sense, modern women. Has nothing to do with black women, though. It has everything to do with the Americanized standard of the modern woman. Let's keep going, though.
Way I want to.
So like, let's say he did research and he figures out like it causes cancer, fibroids, and it messes up the human body for a woman. Like, and he just cares about you. So would you say, okay, I'll listen and I'll never wear this stuff again? Or would you just be like, nah, nigga, you gotta go?
Well, I would listen. I would do my own research too. If he's worded it in that way, I wouldn't think to break up with him first. Okay. I would do my own research too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. What's your name?
Nandi.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh shit, hold on. I would have got the number right there. Maybe he not doing it for the, he probably not trying to get the number. But that little look right there.
What's your name?
Nandi.
Y'all heard the music
nice
play?
To meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That eye contact, fellas. You got to be able to read signs. Ladies, use it. This is if you want to, put yourself out there. Look at that eye contact. Look at the slow mo. They still looking. She's still looking. They still looking. It was some. I think he probably did get her number, but he didn't put it in the video. Still looking, and she smiled and then she looked away. I think he got her number. They just didn't put it in the video. She definitely liked what she saw, and he liked what he saw. I would have shot my shot if the eye contact was right there. I would have definitely shot my shot. But let's keep going.
Let's say you're in a relationship, right? And your man tells you can never wear a wig or a weave ever again. What would you say to him?
Yeah, I can't be with him.
You can't be with him? Why not? Like, what if he's like
Not ever wear one?
ever, not even one more?
No.
Why not?
Sorry, no, because you have to, natural is cute, I love that. But you just, I don't know, that's real limited. It's just limited.
So, like, what if he's like the perfect guy, but that's his only thing?
He's not perfect. He's not perfect.
So if that's his thing that he doesn't want, then he's automatically not perfect for you.
No, he's not. I'm sorry, no.
But what if he just like you take the wig off, right? And he sees your natural hair and he's like, oh my God, your natural hair is so beautiful. And he wants you to keep it like that.
When you put it like that, okay, yeah. When you put it like that. But at the same time, like, you know, girls like to do their self up, and, you know, it just brings out like a different side of people, you know. It's just the idea of getting dressed up, that's like what girls like to do.
So getting dressed up is like putting on a wig and
putting on makeup and stuff, you know, yeah.
So I think we need to ban these things because black women are beautiful naturally, you know? You agree with that?
I don't like the way that you're saying it though. It's like coming off across as like you.
It's funny because these same women, these are the guys that they'll listen to. They'll listen to the homosexual men before they listen to their own straight men. And it's crazy because they'll claim that the modern men today is sassy, the modern men today is emotional, the modern men today aren't men, which is true, right? Which is actually true. I agree with this. But the problem is these are the men that they'll confide in. And I say this all the time, but I want you guys to notice, if you don't watch my content enough, I say this a lot. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but again, new people come in, not everybody hears the stuff that I say. And this is not a black woman thing. This is a woman thing in general. Modern women have this affinity towards homosexual men. They will listen to homosexual men for dating advice. They will listen to homosexual men for just how to be a better woman. They will listen to the advice of a man who isn't even trying to deal with them, right? But they won't listen to the straight man for the same type of advice. Modern women will even listen to a man in a dress that says he's a woman. She will call him a woman and listen to that man for dating advice, relationship advice, how to be a woman. They will listen to homosexuals and they'll listen to transgender people to how to date and how to get a man. You notice how that doesn't work on the flip side? Do you ever see straight men going to find lesbians to ask lesbians, hey, lesbian woman, how do me as a heterosexual man, how do I find a heterosexual woman and deal with them? Do you ever see straight men asking transgender men, so women who transition and now they a man, so-called? Do you ever see men like trying to retain information from a woman who think because she got on Jordans and plays college basketball that like, and now she got fucking a beard and shit? Do you ever see men go to these women for advice? Do you you don't see that, because we live in logic and women live in delusion. Just is what it is. This is how these modern women have been duped, because they're emotional. They're emotional. They're so emotional. They're so emotional, and everything is just emotion. This gay man makes me feel a way, and I like him, and he's funny because he has makeup on and he wears nails and he wears dresses and stuff. And he's like one of the girls. They'll even let the gay men put hands on them. They'll let the gay men talk shit on them and call them bitches, but they won't say, how are you a man calling a woman a bitch if he's a homosexual man? Think about how crazy that is and how that sounds. Just think about that. That's wild. They don't hold the standard up to these men at all. They let these men do whatever they want simply because these men want to get plunged inside of their manhole. That's the only reason. That's literally the only reason. See, with heterosexual men, you have to operate in honor. So the same position of respect with rules and regulations of manhood, you have to abide by. See, a lot of these men like this, they don't have to abide by those same rules and regulations when they're around women, because women really don't have an honor system. And when I say an honor system, this is what I mean. And now when I say women, I'm not talking about all women, but a majority of women. When I say honor system, I'm speaking on a sense of like accountability, right? So, and not all men hold all men accountable, but men hold men accountable more than women do. And what I mean by that is women lie to each other to make each other feel good, right? So a woman will tell a woman who she knows isn't attractive, she'll tell her that she's attractive just to make her feel good. A woman who knows that a woman has a bad attitude, she won't call her out on her bad attitude just to make her feel good. Women promote, when I say all the time, women keep other women single. Women promote degenerate behavior in other women instead of holding them accountable. Why do they do that? Well, women like to be girls. Even in the face of truth and false, if a woman says the false, other women will also pick the false, because they're just going to have to connect with each other through this emotional, we all have a vagina thing. That's how they have to be connected. Men don't really operate in that way. You have some guys that do it, of course, but the majority of men, if you saying some stupid shit, we're going to call you out of your stupid shit and tell you that you're not making sense. And we're going to challenge you, because naturally men are just, we like a challenge. We're going to challenge other men. Women, they're not really do that. Women are more like sheep. They're more like go along with the get along, follow the crowd, and gullible. They can easily be manipulated to certain behaviors and things that people say. Men don't really fall in line with this stuff. So when it comes to homosexuals, we understand that I'm not about to ask a homosexual about dating advice. I'm just not going to do that. What reason would I do that for? For what? You're not even a part of our community. What are we doing? Like, what can you tell me? You can't tell me anything. 9 times out of 10 is going to be BS anyway. 9 times out of 10 is going to be BS anyway. So I'm just wanted to bring that up. It's like, they'll let this man, or they'll let a man in a dress, basically speak for them, talk for them, tell them everything that that is a part of how they should feel and how they should operate. And then if we as straight men say something about it, we're DL. We are what they promote. If we say something about this type of behavior and how these women operate when it comes to these men, we must be them too. So they use the same thing that they promote and applaud as a shaming tactic whenever it's beneficial. So that's a whole nother thing too, because they really don't like this honor system that the good men operate in. They don't like that. Let's keep going though.
You have your mind made up, and she said the wrong answer, so like, it's not getting anywhere.
No, I'm speaking from a point from most black men. Most black men prefer black women to wear their hair naturally. So this is why I'm coming at it this way. Like, natural hair is beautiful. The wigs and weaves, we don't really need them.
We don't need them,
don't
but
even prefer natural black women, so I don't even know.
You said most black men don't prefer natural black women?
yeah.
Okay, well, that would be statistically incorrect. Most black women are natural. Most black women don't have a BBL. Because when she says natural black women, she make that's a distinction from the natural hair. So she's not talking about the natural hair. She's talking about what she sees on social media, because she's delusional. And most people are delusional, men or women. Most people are delusional. But when you're chronically online and you think, well, Ari Fletcher gets a lot of followers and guys want to sleep with her, so that means men actually want to commit to her, then you don't really understand the real truth and reality about these things. So the average black woman doesn't have a BBL. The average black woman doesn't have a gastric bypass surgery. The average black woman did not get her boobs done, right? So when you say the most black men don't prefer the natural black woman, well, that's not true at all, because most black women don't have a bunch of surgeries, because most people just can't even afford those things. Most black women don't have all of this fake stuff. But when you're young and chronically on the internet, you don't know anything else. Now, when it comes to hair, yeah, I would probably argue that most black women don't wear their natural hair. But again, that's not to say that men don't prefer, because men have to choose it anyway, because that's all that's available. Most black men date black women by far. Like the number one group of women that black men go for are other black women, and vice versa for black men. So that point makes no sense at all, but we can keep going though.
So I don't even know.
You said most black men don't prefer natural black women?
Yeah. So
What black men do you guys be near?
majority. Like,
So you're saying that black men prefer white women then?
I didn't say that.
Then who would their preference be?
Black women.
Oh, they want the wigs, you're saying, and the weaves.
So, like, she's talking about like the body types. Like,
Right. So again, I was right on point with it. Most black women don't have a BBL, so make that make sense. Most black women don't have their bodies done and stuff. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
the BBL, stuff like that. Like, people going to get stuff done like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like your answers. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You guys have a nice day. Excuse me. Your afro looks nice. How do we get more black women to be like you with the natural hair?
No, girl, I aspire to be like
I love her hair, by the way. Her hair looks very nice.
her. Like, what are these bundles for when I could just have that?
Right. So why not just
Mind you-
take it out right now?
Mind you, my afro looks a mess right now. What?
Yeah, but so
And I think right there is the thing. She thinks her hair looks a mess. It doesn't look a mess. She thinks it looks a mess because it's not looking like this. To me, this shit looks a mess. This looks a mess. It looked like an animal was on the back of her. This looks a mess. This looks amazing. Why does this look a mess? That don't look a mess to me. If my wife walked down the aisle wearing that, I look a mess where? Baby, we finna get, we about to have some fun tonight. That's all I'm gonna say. I gotta keep it YouTube respectful, but we about to have some fun tonight.
I'm a person where I just like to promote natural hair.
Why didn't you stop her?
Well, I didn't notice until I got closer, but I just saw your.
Where is she saying this is a mess at though? Her saying that's a mess is crazy. It's not a mess.
I just saw the poof and the big afro, and it just looks so nice. So like,
And she not ugly. I'm not into big girls, so I wouldn't do it. But she not ugly either. Like she not. There's some big girls that's like okay in the face. She not ugly.
How do you have so much confidence to wear your natural hair out?
I didn't feel like doing my hair, so
So that's your motivation?
sure.
So do you not count your hair as done right now? Because I think it looks nice.
Not really.
So do you normally wear like the extensions and wigs? And,
No, I do like braids, I guess, and like natural hairstyles, I guess.
Okay, but do you think more black women should be like you with the natural hair?
I feel like black women can do whatever they want.
They can do whatever they want. Why?
I ain't never gonna.
So just to keep the energy across the board, I don't think black men should do whatever they want. Because it's always, they always say black women can do whatever they want. I disagree. I don't think black women should be doing whatever they want. Nor do I think black men should just be doing whatever they want. So let's keep going though. Oh shit, hold on.
I'll tell black women not to do what she want to do.
Really? What do you think? What do you think? Do you think black women?
Oh my goodness, I love that too. I love that too. That forehead. But some women be pretty with the foreheads though. Her forehead ain't too bad. But I love the hair.
They can do whatever they. If I want bundles in, I'll put bundles in.
So what if you're a man, right? You're dating him for 2 years and you love him, but he says, you know what? You can never wear any of that bundle stuff ever again. What would you say to him?
Bye.
Thank you for watching the video. If you would like to finish the full video, you can subscribe at patreon.com by hitting the first link in the description.
Well, that's the end of that. But y'all kind of get the point on the video. How you doing, Surgeries?
Bro, what I tell you about calling me by my government, man?
It's say it on the dang thing. We can all see it.
Oh, whatever. It's RA. Hey, y'all.
How you doing? What's on your mind?
This is my natural hair. No perm, no nothing. Just all you do is wash it every day, brush it every day, and it'll grow. And as you can see, I am very black. Okay? That's all I want to say. I don't have no European in me. I'm African. I'm Black American. My father is from Mississippi. My mama is from Louisiana.
She letting it be known.
I'm no, because I get tired of that. We as black women are being told that our hair is nappy. We being told that we got to put all these chemicals in our hair. We being told that you gotta press your hair so it can look white. I don't press my hair. Just wash and wear every single day. It's just all about how we take care of it. It's all about learning and going. I went on Black TikTok and just watched video after video after video till I found something that worked for me.
Right.
And yeah, I had to cut, like, literally, it wasn't even that I had to cut it all off. Like, bro, I was dyeing my hair, bleaching it and stuff, and literally it all started breaking off and stuff. I've worn weave one time in my whole life, and it broke my whole face out, and I never could do it again. But I would still relax my hair all the time because I was just lazy, working and stuff, like living life or whatever. But I said, like, I don't want to do that anymore because that means hours in the shop and all this other stuff. And my life is just too busy for that, and I work in construction. That stuff was like, I was getting drywall in my hair and wood chips and stuff. And it would just make my hair dry up and break off. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to stop. And you can still see the dye on the ends of my hair.
Yeah.
From when I bleached it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is 2 years. It
I
just takes time.
I want to ask you a question. And thank you for giving your perspective. And I love that. I love the embrace, like I love the natural beauty all over the place. But I want to ask you, do you think that, how do you feel when people bring up, but I don't know it's true. I don't have y'all here, so I don't know. But I want to ask, do you think that it's more expensive? You think it's more of a financial thing when you are natural, or do you think it's more of a financial thing when you go the weaves and the wigs? Like, what do you think is more of a financial burden?
No, I'm watching my sisters because I never wore weave. Yeah. Okay. But watching my sisters just like to go get their hair braided at the African shop. My sister, she used to go to the African shop for them to braid her hair, and she would spend like $500-$600.
Wow.
I spend to maintain my hair. That's $10 for. It's $10 for the B&B oil moisturizer. It's a big, huge bottle I get from Ulta Beauty or whatever.
Yeah.
The argan oil, that's another bottle that costs me about $10 right there. So that's $20. and I go to Sam's Club and buy a big ass bottle of Dove shampoo and conditioner, and that lasts me like 3 months.
Wow.
And those are $10. So for the products to last me for my natural hair is $40 every 3 months.
And do you think that it is? I want to ask you another thing too, and thank you for that. Do
Okay.
you think that it is? I feel as though it is. It is imperative and very important for young black or adult black men and women to instill specifically in our young daughters that your natural hair is something that you should embrace, it's something that you should love, and it's something that you should like wear. And I know for me, when if I have a daughter, she's not putting anything in her hair that's not natural. She is 100% going to wear her natural hair.
Well,
So,
I have nieces.
mhm.
I didn't have daughters. I have two sons, and
Okay.
their hair is like mine. So but I have nieces, and no, they grow hair. They grow hair just like I grow hair. My sister allowed them to start like dyeing and putting she allowed them to start dyeing their hair, and like literally the one girl, both of the girls had hair almost to their asses, and it started breaking off and stuff like that or whatever. So she was like, okay, well, while you're waiting for it to grow back, start wearing some weave. And it started falling out more because when you be natural like this for a long time and then you go to try dyeing it and doing stuff, like it literally, the chemicals are so strong that they start to make your hair fall out.
Yeah.
Like I left this instead of letting them cut the because I used to go to the Egyptians and get my hair done, and that still was more expensive. I was like going to the Egyptians every Friday because when I started letting my natural hair grow back, they helped me to basically the stuff they use in the Egyptian shop or whatever, the tea tree and the deep conditioning and the hot oil treatments or whatever, they started to put the moisture back into my hair, and it helped my hair to start growing faster. But shit, that was still $110 a week. That's still $440 a month. You feel me?
Right.
So I mean, but if you trying to grow for a woman, if you trying to go natural, like y'all have no idea. Go into an Egyptian hair shop. They don't use no chemicals up in there. Like they call them hair tinctures because they're not permanent hair color. They don't, everything they use in the Egyptian shops. I live in Chicago, so I don't know about other places or whatever. But if you go to King Tut out here on 130th at Ashland, bruh, everything in there is natural. And it really started to help my hair to grow back. And like my dude Soft White, I gotta shout him out, you know what I'm saying? He clips I go in every couple of months and get my ends clipped or whatever. So as this is growing out, I just go and get the blonde cut off. So it takes time, and you gotta you gotta be patient with your hair. You gotta be patient with yourself. Yeah. And that's why I said the black TikTok, it helped out a lot, because like when my hair was shorter, I was also learning how to do my own hair because man, bro, I work in construction, okay? I'm a blue collar worker. The best I could do. The only thing I ever learned how to do was flat iron my hair. I've never even learned how to use a curling iron. So not a curling iron, not rollers. I got like 4 sisters on my mom's side. So any of them could do my hair. I never had to do my own hair.
Right.
Not even braid it, nothing. Like I always had a sister for that, but now we all live so far apart. I have to learn how to do my own hair. And like since I knew we was going into this recession last June, yeah, I've been talking about this for a long time. I accelerated my learning process, learning all the different oils and nutrients to use in my hair, natural stuff that I could buy in bulk, like the coconut oil. I mean, it is literally the cooking coconut oil.
Yeah.
Literally coconut oil will always work in a pinch, and
a lot of the ladies should be taking some of this game and writing this stuff down.
Yeah, like coconut oil. The only thing you got to go to the beauty supply for, and you can get a big ass bottle of it, is argan oil. You cannot go wrong with argan oil.
Yeah,
It promotes natural hair growth. Heck yeah, that stuff is really, really good. And like especially during the summertime and stuff, cause like see, I see what I know what the problem is with us sisters and stuff. Like if I had a way, I would show you because like as soon as it get hot, your hair get to kinking up in here and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? Up in there. And you
Yeah,
be like,
scalp.
oh my God. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh my, like, dude, wig brush. The same thing, that same big old wide bristle thing that you would use to brush out your weave, use it to brush your hair. Stop combing your hair. Like once and like I put the brush in. I have one that for in the shower and I have one for when I get out the shower. I use the one in the shower when I put the conditioner in my hair to comb through, brush through my hair or whatever. And when I get out and I start putting my oils on my hair, I use it again. I got one for outside because you can't all that conditioner and stuff be in that brush in the shower, so you can't use it twice. So I bought one.
Oh no, go ahead, finish that. I wanted to ask you one last question.
Yeah, so I got a Conair wide bristle brush for in the shower and out the shower. And like I put my oils on my hair after I get out the shower. I literally like twist my hair up and I don't use my hair's so long now that I can like tie it in a knot. I just tie it in a knot on the back of my head and and let it air dry.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to ask you, thank you again because I think some people gonna need that game, or they got some, people can write some stuff down. But one last question I want to ask: do you think it is appropriate, if it's done in a respectful way, for Black men like myself and other Black men who may be in my chat to give our perspective on Black women's hair? Now, if you watch me, I'm sure you watched me for a little while. You know, I don't do nothing but I may be, harsh sometimes, but I'm never disrespectful when it comes to Black women as a whole. Never have, never will be. And when these conversations happen, I think a lot of times people get offended and they have an issue with Black men speaking about Black women's hair at all. What is your take on that? How do you feel about Black men speaking about their preferences, what we like, what we don't like in Black women? I mean, personally, I think it's nothing wrong with Black women speaking on Black men, especially when it comes to preferences up front and attraction. Like, why would I be mad because Black men say, I want Black men I want y'all to stop wearing that spray stuff. It looks stupid. I'm like, I agree. I'm not going to get upset at that. And honestly, I would probably say nowadays, most probably good amount, maybe like 40% of Black men, maybe 50, a little bit, maybe more, use the black spray shit in their hair, in their beard. I'm not going to get mad at it. I don't care. But I'm just curious on what you think. I don't want to, it's my perspective. It's different.
No, it's all good. I get you. I wish the whole men versus women conversation, especially when it came to between the brothers and the sisters, right?
Yeah.
I wish it would have started with this preference, letting Black women know that, hey, I like you just the way you are. This conversation should have started years ago before we let the celebrities like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and others that wear the weaves and walk around naked and stuff like that. I wish that these conversations would have been had before our young people have been so inundated with that persona.
Right.
I don't think it's wrong for men, especially brothers, to tell sisters their preferences. It's just that now we as women, the ones that wear the weaves and wear the eyelashes and wear the scantily clad things and stuff or whatever. I think that now because of so many niggas out here simping, I'm gonna just have to keep it real.
Let them know. What I'm saying? Go ahead, let them know.
You know what I'm saying? Because of so many niggas out here simping for so many years, sisters think that you know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't change it now because like you done had me in this whole motherfucking way of mine. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to turn around and say you want me to be natural and shit, and I already done did all this motherfucking shit and got all these lashes. You know how much these weaves cost? You know what I'm saying? I could just hear it. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right? You've been simping all this time. That's just like these I was watching a video the other day, and these chicks was up here like, oh, men not chasing us no more and all this other shit. And really they shouldn't have been chasing you in the first place.
Yeah, nobody should be chasing anybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, I mean, all the downfall started with trap music. I'm just gonna keep it real. And don't get me wrong, I like trap music just like anybody else, but that's not, I didn't think of that as a way of life. I grew
Yeah.
up like that. You feel me? I grew up like that. I grew up trying to get away from that.
Mm-hmm.
Not to like actually live it though. Because people that had to live a trap life look at trap, anybody from the inside looking out that's
They
seeing
want to
what
get out of
trap
that.
life is. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
that's not how you want to live. I grew up in the projects on 35th Estate, House of Pain, nigga, what you talking about? So that little part of me is still gonna always, it doesn't matter where I go, it's
Right.
still gonna be a part of who I am because that's how I stay rooted. I don't forget where I came from.
Right.
But I would never choose to go back to living in the projects. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? It's this mindset that I don't understand. I just don't get.
Yeah.
You know, even though my mom, you know, she was a child of the 60s, with a child of the 70s, you know, free love and all that hippie shit. She made all kinds of stupid mistakes. She got disowned by her family and stuff, and it took years for them to mend that relationship. But in the in between time, in the meantime, she raised 4 children on her own in subpar conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And we knew we were living subpar every time we went to go visit family for Christmas. You feel me?
Yeah.
But that has become a regular way of life for some black people. I'm gonna say niggas, because black people don't live like that. You know, black people don't live like that. But that just became like niggas became okay with that way of life. Like this is my lot. You know, this
Yeah.
is where I was cast. There's nowhere up from here, so I just have to embrace this lifestyle. And the celebrities, they didn't help. You know, they didn't help at all. People like Vaughn and Lil Durk and they made that shit look more appealing to these young people out here. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and I don't know. I just sometimes like me as a black person, as somebody, especially the way I grew up, like how can I say without selling on myself? Like, man, dude, it took a long time for me to become the person that I am. I made a lot of mistakes. Um, the military saved my life. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like, if
Well,
it
I don't
wasn't
want
for
to. I don't want to go into too much. I want to keep it on
yeah,
topic because we kind of
yeah,
going
but
off a little
I'm
bit.
just
But
saying, as black people, I'm just saying like that it ties back into the topic that we as black people, we stop. I don't know how we forgot how to love ourselves, and
yeah,
you
I agree
know,
with that.
black power. You know what I'm saying? Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. All that shit is gone. But it needs to come back. We need for it to come back. We need to be proud of who we are and not ashamed.
Right.
We need to be cool with having. I wish I could get a fro. It's like the longer my hair get, the more it will not. It just is so heavy. It won't stand up. Like y'all, you know. I be bad. I can't get no fro. My little sister can get a fro, but I can't get one. I'm salty as hell. I'm walking around like Busy Bone and shit. You know.
Well, it look nice. It looks good. Don't worry about it.
Trust me. And this is like I just been at work for 12 hours. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Like there is nothing wrong with. We got to be okay with us, especially us women and stuff. We got to get back to where we're okay with who we are and how we look, and just love on ourselves and love ourselves. Have that when you take that wig off and them eyelashes and stuff, have that same confidence that you had when you had that shit on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't nothing like you putting on a mask. You know?
Absolutely. 100% agree.
And
Well,
that's what I think the biggest thing is, and they don't understand that. They're putting on a persona like our drag queen do. Bullshit
mm-hmm.
ain't about nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen them get prepared, just go watch RuPaul's Drag Race and you'll see all that makeup and stuff. Baby, we have beautiful natural skin. Why are you aging yourself? Like, why
Right.
are you making yourself older than you are? I'm 43 years old. I don't mind telling nobody I'm 43. I might be a little fat now for my age, but damn, like if you look at that picture, that my profile picture right there, that's from 5 years ago. And I
Mm-hmm.
still look exactly the fucking same. I could show you a picture from 2 decades ago. I could show you a picture from 3 decades ago, and I still look exactly the same, just fatter. But I still look the same.
Right.
And I don't care. I'm proud of this fact because I gave birth to 2 huge Amazon-sized children. And this is just, it is what it is. But I don't feel bad about me. I'm like I was saying in the chat, like I don't give a damn if nobody tells me that I'm beautiful or pretty when I step out my door. I have a husband and 2 sons for that. I don't need nobody else to tell me I'm beautiful.
How long you
I
been
get it
married?
all the time. Huh?
How long? I think that's a great point. I wish you would have said that up front. I didn't even think of it. How long you been married?
23 years.
What age did you get married?
Well, I'm 43 now.
So you got married at 21. 20. Just wanted to throw that out there. Just
21.
for all the,
I'm about to turn 44, so 21.
I wanted to throw that out there because, we have a lot of, not all the women in the chat, but we have a lot of women who, I think that's a very important point. That's all. But that's it. But congratulations on you. Congratulations on your amazing 20-year plus relationship and 2 great children. And keep being you, keep being natural, keep being a loving, amazing woman. And I appreciate you for coming up.
And I appreciate you too. Stop being so mean to the tethers though.
Nah, they need that work.
We can't make them understand if we constantly cursing them out though. And
well, I think you got to watch more of my content because I don't be shitting on. I only get on the tethers.
I watch all your content. I've watched everything ever since I've found you 2 months ago. I have watched everything that especially like I'm telling you, I have watched everything you do. It's not just you. So I'm not just picking on you. I have to say something to unbiased Ron too over there, FBA News and Updates. If we want to get greater understanding, like we have to be I'm not gonna say that we have to.
I want to keep it, but respectfully, Sarita, I want to, because we can do this all day. I want to keep it on, because I don't think we can agree on that. But I just wanted to keep it on topic on the hair stuff.
No, but I know where you're coming from. I feel you. Yeah. And you did an excellent job with that Cincinnati brawl thing, because I think that you did. I don't think anybody else was like as clean and as good at that.
I actually agree, and they actually limited the visibility on that video. I was the only one to.
Fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to brag. When I did the Cincinnati brawl thing, I was the only one that broke that video down and added that information. Nobody else I ever seen added that extra information. Not one person.
Nobody did. Nobody did. And Anton Daniels never retracted his statement on from the initial video. So I want to commend you. And I'm gonna keep on watching you. I catch you late early in the morning. I watch it after you already gone off and stuff.
Well, I appreciate you very, very much. So.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad I was able to just shed a little light.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you coming up. You're more than welcome anytime.
All right, boss. Thank you.
For sure.
Y'all take care, y'all.
For sure. Shout out to her. I'm gonna go to the next person. All right. Hello. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think you on mute though, Kayla. We can see you, but we can't hear you, Kayla. You on mute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I just want to make a comment as far as the wigs go. So I'm a type of person that always loved to wear my natural hair. So this is like the first wig that I bought that I actually like. And I would say the reason why some women wear wigs is probably because of a health issue. So I'm a person who had gastric bypass surgery like 2 years ago. And like one of the downside of the surgery was that I lost all my hair. So like I cried because like all my hair thinned out and like, I became bald headed because I always had like long, pretty hair. But like some women do wear wigs because of other health reasons as far as that goes. But that's just all I wanted to say. But I do agree that natural hair does look better because I would prefer my natural hair than to prefer a wig.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question, and I do understand that there is a possibility, but what percentage of women do you think are wearing wigs because they have a health issue where their hair fell out, or their hair just looks away? What percentage of women do you think?
You got a point. You got a point. So that is true. So more women do wear wigs because perhaps maybe they don't like their natural
I
hair
would
or
I would I would probably argue that 95% of women who wear wigs and weaves are not doing it because if there's a health issue. I think that you would be 100% a part of that minority, but when we speak on the majority of the reasons why women um I guess we speaking on black women, why black women wear wigs and weaves. I wouldn't argue that it's just because of a health issue. But although I do agree with you, and I think that your situation will be different, but unfortunately the masses don't operate that way. Like for example, like when we talk about like people in their weight, right? You have people who have health issues when it comes to their weight simply because they have a thyroid issue, because they genuinely just can't lose weight because of something that was just genetically, that happened with them. But the masses of people, regardless of race, the masses of people who are obese not because they have a health issue, simply because they make bad decisions with their body and the stuff they put in their body, and lack of diet, or I'm sorry, lack of physical activity. So that's all.
yes, I agree.
Okay.
That's true.
So I just wanted to make sure we put that out there. But no, I agree. There's definitely people who have health issues like yourself, so it would be completely different. And I don't put that in the same. I would not even put that in the same box. Honestly, me personally, I wouldn't. So
Yes, and I also wanted to comment as far as which one costs more. It really just depends on the type of person. So for instance, like the last caller, she had said that she gets like $15 worth of conditioner or whatever. And
mm-hmm.
that's true because that's what I did also. But you have some people who do not know how to do their natural hair, so they do rely on the professionals, whether it's silk presses, whether it is washing their hair, whether it's steaming their hair, all that type of stuff. So they do rely on professionals. And as far as wig goes, wigs, they do cost a lot of money, especially if it's real human hair wigs. So that does cost a lot of money also, but it just depends.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that take, Kayla. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
come up anytime you want to. Shout out to Kayla. I'm gonna go. I don't think we got nobody else coming up, but I got you. Let me drop you down. Shout out to Kayla, y'all.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Now we can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to agree with you. I want to also say that I'm kind of new. I'm a new sub of yours. I've been following your content for about a few weeks, almost to a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say, just keep up the good work. I appreciate your voice in the community. I also wanted to say, as far as like getting my hair locked up and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
my husband actually suggested it about 10 years ago, because sometimes I used to wear wigs here and there. And it all started when I was about 14. My parents actually sent me off. I had like a junior prom or something like that, and I got a relaxer put in my hair. I didn't even know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew when it came out, it was straight, because it was just something that was normalized within the community or whatnot. But I just kind of, with my husband, he suggested it. He suggested that I lock my hair up, and I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. On top of that, when I used to wear my hair straight, like when I used to wear wigs and stuff, I got confused for being Indian a lot. And it's not that I have a problem with Indian people or anything like that. It's just like I'm Black, and I never been like ashamed of saying that or being, what I am or who I am. So, yeah, after I locked my hair up, all that stuff stopped.
Mm-hmm.
That stopped. There was no confusion anymore what ethnicity I was, this, that, and the third. So, I think we just have to learn to kind of accept our hair. I think a lot of it is kind of hiding, kind of like not wanting to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just something that we just have to break out of, because I got a lot of flack when my hair was shorter, because when I cut the perm out of it, the relaxer out of it, and the beginning stages of locks, people don't typically like that. They don't like the pushback. They don't like the quote unquote ugly duckling stage. Mm-hmm. And the same people that I got so much flack from when I first started my locks, now I get a whole bunch of praise about it. Like,
Right.
oh, your hair is so long, oh, it's so pretty, oh, but it just takes time. You know, it just takes time. So,
Right.
um,
Well, I
yeah.
want to.
So I just,
Or go
oh,
ahead.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I thought you was, or was you? You paused. I didn't know if you was finished. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm finished. I'm finished.
Okay. I
Yeah.
want to say first, I love when y'all women come up and say, "Oh, my husband. Oh, I'm married." Like I love big smile came on my face. I love to see beautiful, natural black women who got a damn man. And regardless, you married and you locked in. Well, how long can I don't want to get too much into your business. How long have you been married?
Since 2011.
2011. So 15 years basically. Congratulations on the
Yeah.
congratulations on the marriage. I hope y'all get old together and you know and continue to enjoy your marriage. I love seeing black men and women married together. Congratulations.
Thank
But
you.
I appreciate you coming up. Thank you for giving your perspective, and your hair looks beautiful and amazing, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work.
Absolutely, I will. Thank you.
Mhm.
Let me go ahead and drop you down. Shout out to her, y'all. There we go. Yeah, shout out to her. It's funny, a lot of the women that agree with me. Oh yeah, so you know, I was talking with my husband and I'd be like, you got a man in your life. That's why you know what I'm talking about. Usually the ones that be, well, I don't know if I could, you on boyfriend number 7 this month. That was a little bit extreme, but you didn't been in the game, baby. You can't keep a man. So I just find it funny. Usually the women who are kind of agree or in agreement with me for the most part, and I know all y'all don't agree with everything I say, and I don't want you to, because I think I think that's fake if you did. But it's funny that most of the women who agree with my content either have a man or it has had maybe some more so positive experiences with men, or you married. So you know, I find that funny. It's usually the most single, don't nobody want to ask woman who got the most to say in my chat. And they usually overweight and unattractive. Just putting it out there. Anyway, read a couple more of these comments. Where was I? I was right here. You have to learn. I started doing my own hair in my teens. Some African American, Black American women and other ethnicities can't naturally wear their hair, eyelashes, etc. due to medical issues. Yeah, sure. Some people can't work out and lose weight due to medical issues. 99% of people are not fat and obese and overweight because they can't work out and they have health issues on why they can't lose weight. Same logic applies with hair. Most people are not wearing other different types of hair. I don't know where that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying you right, because I've never heard that before. The hair stuff, but I don't know about the lashes and all that. But let's just go with it and say that that's the case. Again, that's not the majority. So us arguing a minority point is like, that's no point. It's like that doesn't make any sense, because there's a very, 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 very small percentage of people who are not wearing their natural hair and wear fake lashes and all that other stuff because of medical issues. It's a very small percentage. It's not the majority. It's nowhere near the majority. So I think it's basically like it's a null and void point. I don't think it's important at all.